Good evening, and we're working on Lesson 2 in Probability, Chapter 9, and it is on page 721 in your book. That's where it starts. So, we'll be watching these in class until we get our laptops, hopefully by next week. Anyways, we're looking at the vocabulary first, and probability is something you use and say all the time. It is the chance that something can happen. If it's a certainty, either it will happen or it can't happen, then it's not probability, but almost everything else is. So we're looking at the vocabulary, and it's theoretical and experimental probability. And these two things are just another vocabulary word. So if we actually do the experiment, like if we have one die and we drop it, let's say we drop it about 100 times. Experimentally, we just tally it up to see how often we land on each number. And it doesn't necessarily have to be equal, but it should be. In theory, it is actually an equal outcome. So if there's an experiment that says 100 drops of the die, then it would be 1/6 for each number. Probability of getting a 1 would be 1/6. Probability of getting a 2 would be 1/6. Probability of getting a 3, 4, 5, and 6 would all be 1/6. It's absolutely even odds. But experimental means you have to do it a lot of time before you actually come up with the even odds there. And so one you actually do and one you do the math with. And the last word you're going to look at is uniform probability model. And that's what we call the random, when it's equally likely to happen. All the outcomes are equally likely to happen. All right, and it's just very much like what we called random in Lesson 1. Thank you.